Hey guys, what's going on? The people in the crowd are cheering greatly for both of these players. Insane quality of game so far. A lot of mind games. Effort has tried a lot of things. He's got a lot of tools from his toolbox, from his Doraemon pocket here. Cat robot from the 21st or 22nd century, but he was not able to penetrate. And Snow is still holding on. He's still holding his ground, is surviving and thriving. And it's gonna be the question of who's gonna be the triumph here. I guess it's gonna be the fifth set. Snow 3, Effort 1. And set 5 underway. Who's going to triumph? This is going to be match point for Snow. If he wins right now, the series will end with a 4-1 victory for Snow, and that is very convincing victory. I could not ask for another convincing victory, but we shall see what is going to be coming up here. So I guess if you're a Snow fan, today is your day to brag around that Snow is one of the best players in the world. Those girls are cute, but not sexy. I prefer sexy girls these days. I mean, cute is for me about 20 years ago. Now I need real materialism. I need to feel and touch and smell and sense and engulf myself in beauty. Anyway, CJ enters. That is Effort's fan, right? That's right. It's time to try Mass Hydra Bus. Not a good idea. He's tried it already and failed. He has failed. What is this? Anyways, this map is going to be knockout. Knockout. Will Effort get knocked out on the map? Knockout. That remains to be seen. Looks like there's going to be an attempt by Snow to expand fast once again. Effort gone for spawning pool first. Is spawning pool first? That's right. Snow will try to check. He is checking the top left and he's going to try to check the bottom right. And he will know the drone is there. Of course, this drone is also coming out to scout. I think Effort is making 6 Zerlings. Okay, Forge first. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. You're leading. You don't need... I guess you could try both ways. You can try to... Okay, there's going to be 6 Zerlings. There are 2 Zerlings and then another 2 eggs and then another Zerling is going to get made. It looks like this prop has seen it. He has seen that it's going to be 4 Zerlings. He took a hit from the drone, but no matter. No matter, Effort is gonna try to expand here, and Snow is gonna not trying to stop the drone. He's checking to see if there's additional eggs getting made, and he's gonna try to check if there's at least... Okay, double cannons. This is respecting Effort much. I mean, this is not really what I think he should be doing. The prop is not going to work here. The prop is trying to slow down the Zerling. Of course, this is the more important priority at this point is to slow down the Zerling. It is not to stop that other unit. Okay, it is 6 Zerlings. I think that I did not see those eggs correctly. But anyways, of course, nice idea here from Snow to try to slow down the enemy. And there's going to be... What's the drone? The drone has escaped now. He's going to try to take that expansion somewhere on this map. And Snow is free to expand. Once again, Effort has opted for aggression. This entire series, he's gone for crazy early 6 Zerlings. He just want to get that early advantage in terms of information, lock out the probe, make sure that the Protoss is forced to guess what build he's going for, and then behind it he tries a variety of things. But so far it's not been working out. But let's look at it this time around. Let's see what is going to be the plan. It looks like Effort is looking forward to taking an expansion soon. With that, he's going to have 3 hatch, and if I'm not mistaken, it will be another 3 hatch Hydra build. I mean, just like that guy with the banner who said, it's time to 3 hatch Hydra bus. It is definitely the plan right now. This map, what is this map? Knockout. What is important about this map? I think this map is kind of hard for Protoss when you're trying to get to third base up, because that third base is gonna get surrounded from both sides. But I feel like what do I feel like? I feel like I feel like Protosses have gotten a lot of, I think, lessons, and they have great experiences on how to play on this map now. So I guess, that is going to be some nice chance for Snow to actually go out and do some victories here. We shall see. What are we seeing now? Looks like the game is going to completely stabilize. I'm sorry, I'm kind of really speaking out of tone here because I'm trying to do something in the background while these, while these games are going on. So if you would have excused me if my speaking seems kind of completely out of context. There are the two Zerlings trying to block this area now, so Snow cannot get in behind this. What is Effort building? I guess nothing than a Hydra then. The only way to play this when you're behind, when you're playing a normal standard game, is to go for Hydra Bus. So I guess he's going to try to go for that. Looks like Snow is checking for the third base. He doesn't see it. He's going to check another base. So the Zerlings are waiting to intercept. If this probe get intercept, that's going to be bad, because Snow could not see. Okay, the Zerlings have stopped. Why the heck happened? Anyways, and now Snow will know that at least it's 3 hatcheries, and I think it's more like 3 hatchery with Hydra build. That is a plan here. There's a Hydra dent. Come on, Effort. You're much better than this. You can play a traditional game. You can definitely play a traditional game and win it outright, but he is refusing to try. He's just gonna be cheap here, and there's some Zerlings coming out. This allows, of course, it's the right time to go out and scout, but Effort knows it. He has made the right number of Zerlings, and Snow will be surrounded. He had to actually gain some shot. At the maximum he can try to go for is, okay, looks like the Zerglings will actually go ahead of him, right? And Hydras get morphed, so this Zealot is just going to be buying some time to get sent to his domain. On this map, Knockout, the Hydra bus is not easy enough, and the Zealot can see that there's going to be no lair. There's no lair in the main. The cannons will come up slowly because they already had 2 cannons. They didn't actually need to make the cannons that quickly, I believe. And the Zealot is still alive. Very, very funny business. It's going to be another cannon too, but it's going to be a moment, I think, for effort to switch into something else, maybe making the hatcheries. It'll be very, very hard for effort to actually bust that forge. But he will try, and effort has shown to us he will stop at nothing to try the crazy ass build ever attempted, and we shall see. It looks like he's going to switch back to drones now. Okay, not a bad idea. I think the first Corsair should be coming out momentarily. There it is. And his job is to try to check exactly how many more Hydras will be made, or will it just be completely switching back to hatcheries and drones? We already see a 4th hatchery. It looks like there's going to be some Zerglings attempting to bust it. Only 2 Zealot. Only 2 Zealot, but we have 4 cannons. It might be just enough. Zerglings are coming through, and looks like effort just trying to tempt the enemy a little bit. He will see that, okay, there's a lot of cannon. There's a Stargate behind it. The course is going to check. I've seen the 4th hatchery. Do I see lair? I don't see lair. I need to check another base at the top right to check for the lair. So for the time being, what is this Corsair trying to do? He's going to try to come out. He has got at least 2 courses. Where are the overlords? Let me just do a quick check here. There's an overlord right here in the middle of the map. Of course, he's going to try to snipe it. The Hydras will be way too far. Snow's not attacking that overlord. There's going to be a nice attack to try to get the cannon, the forward cannon. This is the cannon that actually protect the forge. He need to rebuild the cannon very fast, but it looks like 3 Zealot is just enough to attack against effort. Effort is once again make the wrong decision. He loses yet another Hydras, and now Hydras will need to be, actually effort need to make the choice to either send more Hydras to the front to defend or to defend against the Corsairs. One overlord's going to be falling. Where's the other Corsairs? So there it is. 2 Corsairs grouping together. Another Zealot's going to try to come to support. So it's going to be impossible for the Hydras to snipe the Corsairs. It's going to try very hard to snipe it. One of the Corsairs is going to fall back, and it's going to try to take care of the overlord. So now supply block. No, not yet. Effort's not yet supply block. It's going to be the hatchery. Keep in mind the Corsairs would not able to actually check for the presence of the lair. You need to go back and check at some point in the future, but for the time being, Gateway is going to try to come up here. Where's the Templar Archive? I don't see it yet, but this forge has been allowed to live for some times now. Looks like Snow is not going to remake another cannon, but nice victory so far. And I think this is going to be the 5th hatchery and an expansion in the main at the top right of the map. This is a very ancient build, guys. 3 hatcheries, 3 hatch Hydras into 4 bases. This is not the infamous, queen build of 2, 5, 7, 9 or whatever is the numbers behind it. This is just expanding, building a lot of sunkens, and then take another hatchery and go 4 bases. This build is so old, it's as old as Athens, or Zeus, or Sparta. But looks like it's going to be very nice for us to see this, and Corsair will check the main. Once he sees this, he knows that he's got 2 options. One is to mass make Dragoons to break the front. The other one is to expand like crazy. And try to play the long game himself. And looks like we are seeing Snow moving out on the map now with some of his Zealot. If it's got Zealot lag, it will be completely useless because Zealot lag doesn't really work against Sunkens. Very nice SimCity and Hydras hiding behind. So I think the Zealot is looking forward to go for an attempt to bust it. That's a lot of Zealot. That's not enough. Hydras, the Corsair will be actually trying to buy some time here. Snow will actually expand behind this. 2 Sunkens and 4 Hydras is not enough. And Zealot with leg will be coming out. I think +1 should be completed soon. This is going to be the moment of victory here. The Zealots have decided to change course. I don't know why. They're moving towards the top right. I guess that the double Sunkens at every single base. So that's fine, but at least of course I can see that the bottom base has got a massive amount of Hydras piling up, so it's going to try to attack against the top front. There's about 12 Zealots, and it's going to be impossible for effort to block. He's got some lurker eggs, or what? What are these? And Zealots are broken right through. They will try to attack it. Drones are reacting too slowly, and the Sunken is going to be falling very fast, and now the first Sunken is going to be falling. Looks like reinforcement from the southern side is not arriving. There's a lurker, which is not. Overlords are going to be falling here. 1 second will fall. The Zealots need to go to high ground. Good lurker egg block on the high ground. The Zealots will be hiding in the corner here. At least Overlords going to be falling. He actually can try to snipe another Sunken. He wishes to. The lurkers are trying to go to that area right now, but Overlord's going to be falling. What is the plan? He looks like behind the Snow is expanded. He is not yet making anything else, and Zealot's going to try to destroy the extractor. Not a bad idea. 2 Overlords have been sniped, so effort is supply block. Zealots will leave the area. Smart move, smart move. What about the third base for Snow? The cannons are coming up, so he's got some high tenders, and Robo is a bit delayed. What is the plan here for effort? Will he send some lurkers to the front? He's just had enough lurkers to go and stop the attack on his base, but now Snow's going to try to attack. This lurker has been damaged, and now 1 storm will take care of it. Great storm. Lurker's going to get sniped, and look at so he was careful to leave the Dark Templar behind in case that the lurkers decide to lift itself up. Sometimes the Zerg player goes to some crazy moves by lifting the lurker as soon as it takes some hits on the Storm, so it looks like at the last way. And that, once again, the Stargate is so annoying. I mean, the SimCity for Snow today was been terrible. He's been going for very bad SimCity positioning. That's exactly Zella's looking forward to attack once again. But if we get pushed back, during this time the Hydras are looking for area. I think Snow is just trying to just scare effort off. He's going to try to say, you know what? I will attempt to attack you, but really I'm not attacking. What I'm trying to do is trying to get my 4th base up. There, the Dragoons attacking here. Those Hydras are looking for places to run, but looks like some Hydras might be attacking towards the 9 o'clock position. But the Hydras will get sniped, so that means the base at the 9 o'clock position has remained hidden from effort for a while now. Snow need to pay attention to this. Corsair is about to lose. What with the damage? Corsair need to go towards the north side. He saved both the Corsairs once again, and now Snow is going to be coming up to 4 bases, looking very strong. Observatory is possibly going to finish soon. +1 weapons and +1 armor for the Protoss side. The Hydras have got 0 upgrades. 0 upgrades. Probes get sent to both bases at the same time. Economy for Snow is looking very good. We're going to be seeing 4-1 victory for Snow coming up here, and effort is not going to be there to stop it. So who will stop Snow? Because how many, Zerg remains, right? Let me just quickly take a look at bracket, because we have Barracks, and of course Barracks is a very strong player, but that's a completely different story. So we're going to be having in the semi-finals we will have Barracks versus Snow, right? And then the other bracket we have Soma, Best, Bisu, and Llama. I guess Llama is still in the game. We might have Soma versus Bisu, but Best is also very strong. If Barracks versus Snow, it's hard to say, but I think, oh my god, another expansion. Of course, Snow says, you know what, I can take it because I have complete map control. You cannot move out. I'm free to take whatever I want. And he's gonna try to do that and take the entire base, and of course effort is gonna try to call himself, but he need to go up to Lair and Hive, and I think that's a defined amount. Is that a Nidus now to connect all of the bases together? So Zerg is doing fine, and double Defiler amount. Okay, this rush to Defiler is interesting, but it's not really helping because Snow is not attacking. Snow is just sitting on his side of the map and defending and, taking up to 5 bases, and he might be going for reavers behind this actually. So this attempt by effort to keep everything completely sealed off is actually hurting more than it actually benefiting him. Some cannons coming up to the top side, and by that time, Snow should build some gateway. He is using his minerals very, very cleverly. As you can see, he's keeping his mineral to the base mineral, and he's building the robotic support way. This is the Namkraft build. Is that once I have a good lead, I stop attacking the Zerg player. I build 3 more next side. I build robotics. I upgrade shuttle with speed and reaver damage, scarab damage. This is a Namkraft build, so I guess Snow is learning from the Namkraft build. Speaking of Namkraft, it's going to be the time to start the thanking business from Namkraft. So I'm going to quickly show to you who are the people I'd like to thank here. The name is going to appear in the description. Mr. Spider-Man, thank you very much for your support. In the last day, it's going to be some nice attacks in the middle of the map. A nice upgrade, 1-2 for Protoss and 1-1 for Zerg. Mr. Sea Goblin, hello, what's going on, man? You are like a lieutenant in my army. Mr. Peter from Poland, what's going on? I hope that you have not war but peace in your country. Mr. McDonald, don't eat too much yogurt or you have diarrhea. Mr. JW, what's going on? Mr. George, ¿Cómo estás, mon amigo, mon hermano? Hasta la vista. Mr. John from Sweden, what's up? I love Vikings. Mr. Chen, Taiwan, ni hao ma. Mr. Alexander the Great, thank you very much. And of course, last but not least, actually, our first and greatest is going to Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas, I love you so much. Don't send me any more coffee. I'm completely allergic to coffee. You send me so much coffee, I'm about to get hospitalized. But anyways, back to this game. What are we seeing here? Some Zerlings engaging. Of course, Snow loves to have this. He's just buying time. He's just buying time for his 3 bases to get a setup and his Reaver to come out. He's completely have this game under control. And Zerg could not expand. Zerg could not expand, but there's additional hatcheries. So at some point in the future, this is the correct move here. I mean, this is the Namkraft build. If you actually wonder what is my stream look like, this is exactly what is happening on my stream every time. I have a good lead, I contain the Zerg, and I expand like crazy, have like 6 or 7 bases and Reavers, and eventually I take 2 Arbiters, or maybe, I don't know, maybe some carriers. But carriers, I don't really like to play carriers against Zerg because they actually snipe the carriers with Scourges very, very easily, so Arbiters is my tech of choice to play against Zerg. Good Storm here, but there's no Observer to spawn, so that Lurker will stay alive for a while, and so it's gonna back up. Those Corsairs can actually die now, so that Snow can actually free up the side for something else. But it looks like finally Defilers are on the field, and Shadow possibly have speed coming up very soon, and some more kind of, this is definitely the Namkraft build. He's going for the Namkraft, but he's got the game completely in the bag. He's just slowly explaining and crawling out on the, and it's gonna be taking a long time for effort to win this. He's gonna try to go for a Lurker drop at the top left. This will buy some distraction, but there's a lot of cannons already Okay, there's not enough cannons to cover those areas, but there is some high templars waiting. I think the high templars now have energy upgrades. You can see 250 energy for the high templars, so they can actually cast 3 storms maximum. Amazing, amazing upgrades, and there's finally going to be lurkers on this area, so this base is going to get taken. Some cannons going to try to come up here. Some cannons coming up in all of the maps. It looks like the lurker drop has been stopped from this other side because the courses that were there. It is 181 supply for Snow, effort on 56, but effort is on 4 bases, Snow is on 6. And we have Dark Templar waiting to maybe go for Maelstrom, or you can actually just use a Dark Templar alone. It's not bad to actually snipe lurkers or anything like that, because once the overlords are destroyed, you can actually just use the Dark Templar on lurkers on, you know, any of those forces that remains. Anyways, a lot of Archons have +2 weapons and +2 armor. Snow is on the path to victory. This is definitely the path to victory. Finally, we have Defiler, Defiler work with Observer hit the spot, and Zealot will eat all of those lurkers alive. So it looks like it's very, very difficult for effort to try to expand, and there's going to be an attempt to drop it. Lurkers are waiting to cast some units onto these units, and they're not dropping any Hydras to take care of that single Corsair. The Corsair has been allowed to live for a while. I would even upgrade the +1 weapons and +1 air upgrade. It would be great. There's a Reaver with some Scarabs, and cannons are coming up. Finally, these Zerglings are going to get deployed. We have Zerglings, Defiler, and Lurker. We don't have Hydras. That's the problem. Okay, nice attack on those Dark Templar to actually see them. And the Defiler is about to get sniped. Some nice attack. It looks like Snow not paying attention. 2 cannons is actually not enough. He will cast 1 storm, and Zerglings are pulling back at just the right moment. So that base will get saved. We look at the on this side of the map. We're going to be having, as you can see, the Overlords getting attacked by the Corsairs. And once all of the Overlords are gone, the Dark Templar can go to work on the remaining forces. So that's going to be the nice strategy here. Effort's going to come across the map. He's finally have 6 bases. So we will have 6 versus 6, and we will have Arbiters. Why not? Why not make Arbiters? Arbiter is perfect to play in this kind of situation. That Overlord has kind of zigged back and forth a little bit here. That was a strange motion, but it looks like Effort's going to try to go back a huge punch. We have maxed out Protoss versus maxed out army, but this is not Soki versus Best in ASL Season 17 or whatever. This is Effort on 6 bases and Snow on 6 bases with Reavers and double robotics and Shuttle with speed and Scarab damage upgrade. And there we go. Looks like Snow's going to try to engage here. He will try to eat this army away, chip away the army, and try to snipe this hatchery. He's got a lot of forces. Of course, I think some Efforts too has a lot of fight in him, but it's going to be very hard to fight against so many heavily upgraded army. And Reavers are finally on the high ground. The Lurkers are doing a great shot, but the double Reavers destroy those Lurkers very, very quickly. That's a very slow Scarab to land here, but finally it lands, and the Lurkers are gone. So I think at some point in future, Effort's going to GG. He's got not enough forces. He's going to try to fight into his last dying breath. Of course, this is his ASL to win here, but he's going to get eliminated. Nicely played by Effort, but Snow was just the better player throughout this entire series. We might get CGG getting caught soon, but anyways, congratulations to all of these players. We're going to be looking forward to Barracks versus Snow in the, I guess, in the semi-finals soon. I think this of course is some nice cute move, but Snow is happy to trade this base. He's happy to trade cannons and Storm for Hydras and Lurkers and Defiler, and GG's gonna get called possibly in 5, 4, 3, 2. I guess not. I guess Effort's got 2,800 minerals. This is exactly my opponent on ladder. I allow him to get up to 3,000 minerals, but I have 8,000 minerals. And, you know, okay, oh, look at that interesting area. There's a very nice Mexican standoff with the high temperatures in some units. So the game is completely decided already. But Effort would try to play. I mean, this is very much the same situation as TVZ. You know, when the Terran players is still in the game, technically, theoretically speaking, but realistically speaking, he's out because the Defiler work is just too powerful. It's the same scenario here, and we're gonna be having some great storms, max out energy upgrade for everything. And we might have another storm here. Those Lurkers gotta try to hide in the back, but we have a pylon to spot. So Overlord's gonna get sniped, and that Overlord has to go somewhere else. But anyways, Snow will need to find a base soon because he's running out of bases to expand. There's the base. He will expand here. There's some Hydras here, and there's not enough army to protect. So I guess these cannons will fall, so Snow's gonna cancel everything and go somewhere else, I guess, yeah. His 7 base will get a little bit delayed, or maybe not. Maybe not. The Lurkers are not fast enough. Looks like the Nexus is about to fall. Looks like the Nexus got sniped. Not good. Not good for Snow, but he's gonna remake his base soon. His cannon's gonna come up, and this base eventually will come up at some point in the future. So Effort is trying very, very hard. 3,000, 4,000 minerals for Snow. Effort has got 2,000 minerals, but Effort is having difficulty trying to expand. He finally takes a bait at 3 o'clock position. We will have 7 bases for Zerg versus 8 bases for Protoss, maybe at some point. I'm not so sure. Anyways, an attack coming here, but Dr. is here to spot, and we're gonna be having Storm. Great Storm on the Lurker. Archon need to pull back and buy some time. Another Storm is expected very, very soon here. The Hydra's gonna try to attack. The cannons are falling fast, but looks like there's gonna be additional Storm coming. So great defense here, and Effort is trying. He's trying, of course, he might take this base, and like I mentioned, Snow is glad to trade this base because this base doesn't have much mining potential. Just there, the Reavers take care of the last of the lurkers, Observer arriving here, so this base finally will get saved. And these trades are exactly what Snow want to have here. So is glad to just keep on doing it over and over. One cannon is not even sniped. This base at the inner 10-30 position got some Reavers. Okay, at least Effort is using the ability of the Zerg player to move around very, very quickly to snipe a lot of bases. Observer is going to try to come up here, but Effort will be running out of minerals soon. He's already mined out in his main. He's almost mined out in his expansion. The top right corner still have some mining potential, but look at those eggs. They will eat a lot of storm. When first storm is deployed, the lurkers have been deployed though. They will come down, and this divided the data is going to try to come out and cast a great storm. The hatchery is being sniped, so there's no need to fight here anymore. Just let those lurkers stay there and have some nice time on their own. I guess that's the plan. I get this place gonna come out. So okay, interesting here. Effort is actually still kind of staging a fight, but that is only on paper. Could the attack coming on this side of this map is looking dangerous. Effort, can he come back? I mean, realistically speaking, he could not come back, but it looks very, very tough right now, and the battles are very, very close. There's gonna be some great storm here, of course. I still need to make a lot of cannons. Effort not responding to that storm drops, and there's a shadow here. That shadow is very damaged. The Hydra's gonna try to snipe the shadow, but looks like at the last minute every unit's gonna get destroyed, especially the Hydras will fall and the cannon's gonna get remade. Snow need to use his money. He's got so much money, he's not using it, and that is the problem why he's losing the battles. And Effort is allowed to come up and re-expand once again. Snow need to make more cannons, and when you have so much money like this, go for arbiters. He's got 5,300 minutes in the bank. You need to go for arbiters when you have that much gas and everything else. Anyways, and Effort's gonna try to win here. The cannons are not coming up fast enough, and Snow is having a problem of trying to keep up with Effort's APM. Maybe that is the problem, but finally these cannons will come in, and maybe this Nexus will fall. Snow is forced to evacuate that area, but it's gonna take out two bases at the same time. Lurkers trying to enforce here. Where's the Observer? Not seeing observers, but I think you can get just 5 without observers, right? There's gonna be some nice attack, and this base is completely evacuated. Arca is gonna go to work on the hatchery. There's gonna be some storming on any reinforcement coming from the south, the other side. A lot of Hydras gonna fall. The hatchery will fall. So it looks like in a span of 1 minute, Snow lost 1 expansion and Effort lost 2. But Effort's gonna try to expand towards the 12 o'clock. The game is still going on. Both players have a lot of money. Snow need to go to arbiters. I mean, if you're gonna go for the Namkraft build, you need to actually put the cherry on the cake, which is arbiters. You have 5,400 minerals and 3,300 gas. Go for arbiters. It doesn't cost much. Anyways, there's gonna be some nice attack here, and Snow's gonna try to just slow it down. The Shadow's gonna get sniped. Not bad, not bad. But there's gonna be, of course, just a lot of reinforcement coming from the back. Is that a hatchery? Look at this area. There's some stuff here. It could be a hatchery. That's so strange. There's gonna be a gateway. Do we have? Okay, there's gonna be a strong gate, but it's not blinking, which means there is no arbiters, and that is so sad. But Effort has got a brand new base now coming up, and Snow is trying to just completely trade efficiently here. The two Archons are so damaged. We're trying to go back. 26 killed Archon. Holy cow! Holy cow! 3 o'clock position has been cleared out. I called GG like 15 minutes ago, but the game is still going on. But I bet you $100 Snow's gonna win. If I lose, okay, mark my words, if I lose now, what do? I guess I will spread out the money into, segments of, what is it, maybe $5 and send to all of my people who bought me coffee. That's right, because I think about 10 of you bought me coffee. So I will send each of you $10 if this game is won by Effort. Okay, how about that? I will send each of my coffee donated $10. So get ready to jot down or to give me your bank account or whatever. It's going to be a storm coming out once again, but it's going to be impossible. It's going to be impossible. It's going to be a great storm to finish the game inside. Snow leading by about 50 supply. He will re-expand. He has a lot of money. But I guess Effort's gonna try to come out. The cannons have completed, and of course, look at those scarabs just destroying everything here supply-wise. Snow is leading by 50 supply. Effort's got a brand new base that Snow doesn't know about it. So that is gonna be a good way for him to actually stay in the game. But Snow is gonna come out once again. Snow is always nearing maxed out, and he's moving to the middle area with a lot of Archons. They have 3-3-2 upgrades. Snow need to either take a base very soon or go to arbiters because he's not using his money efficiently. He needs to use it more efficiently. But anyways, it's gonna be an attempt here to attack this area and kill out those last lurkers and hold this high ground. And there's gonna be a storm. Great first storm. There's gonna be a second storm. No, he doesn't have enough energy. He needs to wait for the second. Hydra from the backside to do it. There's gonna be maybe a plague on one of those Zealots groups. That's right. Great storm once again. And these Hydras once again was eaten by so much scarabs damage. There needs to be an observer to spot. Actually, Snow is not fighting with the bulk of his army. You can see his army, the most of the army has been kept somewhere else. That is the way to play late game PvZ, guys. And whereas the Zerg player is forced to just use a lot of their army at the same time for the major attack. But the Reaver has been fallen and its effort is running dry. Effort down to 300 minerals. Snow still have about 4,000 minerals in the bank. So it looks like I would not have to buy you any coffee. That is, I'm very, very sorry to say, but you need to buy me coffee instead because I won the bet, right? So you need to actually, each need to send me $10. Instead of me buying each of you, together $100, each of you need to send me $10. So 10 times 10 is 100. So I get my money back, right? You didn't really have a choice to actually participate in this bet, but nice game so far. And yeah, congratulations to Snow. So I guess I have to cancel my reservation for dinner because I thought, this game would be over about 15-20 minutes ago, but now the game is still going on. What is Effort's plan? He's fighting hard. He is fighting hard. Snow has cleared out most of the bases. As long, I think what Snow can try to do, he doesn't need to expand. For example, this 1030 doesn't need to be expanded. He just needs to make sure that Effort can take no further bases from here. He doesn't actually need to engage here because he's actually engaging from the low ground and it's very, very hard to fight in this kind of scenario, but it's going to engage anyway because it's got so much money. He's going to cast a lot of Storm. Reaver's going to have a final battle here. The Reavers are almost damaged and Shadow cannot pick it up because Shadow itself is also very, very damaged. Some nice attack. The Archons will clear. And this is the last mining base for Effort. Once his base is cleared out, Effort will only have one base to mine and this base not yet up. The inner 4th position is not yet available and Effort cannot make any more forces because it doesn't have money. 300 minerals for Effort. And for Snow's got 4,600 minerals in Magna Archon, and the Dark Storm is being protected, right? Anyways, we might have another storm, so that the Hydra is going to get targeted upon, but he's going to cast a storm on the Zealots as well as the Zerglings, and the hatchery has fallen. Effort is running out of money very, very soon. There's a Shadow coming in for some nice cherry on the cake. What is it? Is it going to be a storm drop? A Reaver drop? It's going to be a Reaver drop. Okay, Reaver drop for the win here. And Effort once again is going to try to regain it, but this hatchery's already been gone. He should try to focus attention on trying to save out like new hatcheries and new locations. He doesn't need to worry about a location that's already been lost, and Effort is forced to make cracklings. Cracklings are very, very costly, especially in Lake. Okay, this is not yet a hatchery. I thought that was a hatchery, but it was just a drone. So I guess now technically the only base that is mining for Effort is the 3 o'clock position. 26 minutes in the game. The game is already decided 20 minutes ago. The game is still going on. He could not even plague those units because they're largely Archon. The Reaver is going to support here. Those Hydras will fall very, very quickly. Hydras going to try to come from the backside. The Reaver will take a shot and pull back. This is a futile attempt. And Effort cannot trade like this. Cannot trade Hydras for cannons. You need to save the Hydras for another engagement. And now 100 supply differential between these two players. The Dark with 5 kills to finally fall down. That's going to be the end. We're going to be having the final battle soon. At the 3 o'clock position, the Battle of Berlin. It's going to be right here. Battle of Berlin. Effort is refused to GG. He's going to fight until last man standing. He says Germany without me is not Germany. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye-bye.